2017 has been an awkward year for me, purchase-wise. It started with many items being dead on arrival, and it's close to ending in disappointment. The GPD Win is an amazing device, but it's so niche it's hard to recommend. Here's a quick review of the unit, in hopes of helping anyone interested in it decide if it's for them or not. The GPD Win is a full Windows 10 machine sporting a bright and sharp 5.5-inch IPS screen, an Intel Atom X7 C8550 coupled with Intel HD 405 graphics, and an integrated gamepad with mouse, X input and direct input support right off the bat. It's good enough, but it has plenty of compromises that make it awkward to hold. For example, the only speaker on the device resides on the bottom right corner, and it will be covered up by your hand as you play, so take that into account if you're a fan of headphones. Given its nature as a handheld PC, one would assume that it has access to a huge selection of games from the get-go. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Games that are too old will often crash when dealing with a portrait-oriented screen. Some of these do work with a hacked executable, and other games are gracious enough to offer a windowed mode. But at the end of the day, it's a huge gamble. As for newer games, on this resolution and size, the UI is generally hard to read, and lots of work is necessary before playing. I'd recommend mirroring the screen to a larger monitor, at least for these initial tasks, for your eyesight's sake. Disappointingly, many small indie games crashed when trying to play them. However, all the footage here is of games that do work on the system, so that may give you an idea of what you can actually play here. Beyond that, you need to be mindful of the weak specifications and unreliable GPU, which will limit the selection of newer games that you can run even further. Now, the two most mimetic questions of all time. Can it run Crysis? Actually, yes! With everything set to low and at 720p, it wouldn't get past 20 frames per second. But things improve a little bit on 800 by 600 mode. With sacrifices, it's playable. As for if it can run Doom, it can run Doom 3 a smidge better than Crysis, but I wouldn't get source ports of Doom or Doom 2 to accept the controller or go full screen with crashing. So, if proper PC games are spotty, what about emulation? It's perfectly capable of emulating up to the 5th generation of consoles, but it will be unrealistic to play most home console games on a machine mainly engineered for portable play. Handheld emulation is where the GPD Win shines its brightest, with GBA and PSP being the most enjoyable platforms to try out on the Win. Even with the emulators running, it has a battery life of 6 hours, which, using it for about 30 minutes each day, can last me up for a week and a half. Overall, it's a well-built system, and definitely great for the right kind of user. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm the right user for this device, and I think I need to point this out to everybody. If handhelds in general don't entice you, and you don't think you'll use it for other than when commuting or traveling around, please stay away from it. If you are playing all the time and you don't mind playing with a handheld even indoors and needing to fiddle with each game you want to play until it works, you will enjoy these to pieces. If you love tinkering with things and want a versatile Linux-based mini computer to do work or toy with other gadgets alongside it, you want the GPD Pocket instead. Linux is flat out broken on the GPD Win. One huge positive though, since it's a fully featured Windows computer, you can use it as a desktop with a mouse and a keyboard, and when you are on the go, you can tether it to a phone to get a pretty great browsing experience. It has been a lifesaver when I needed to look up things on the go. It was perfectly capable of that. Because of its quirks with PC games, it loses a lot of the potential appeal a handheld has. You can just start it, grab a game, and get playing. The amount of previous work needed will turn away lots of players, and the games that do work are limited and might not even be appropriate for the machine's unique layout. As an emulation machine, you can get its sibling, the GPD XD, at a fraction of the price, making choosing this product very awkward. Overall, I think the GPD Win's strongest point is its ultimate downfall. It is a complete computer, and that's awesome. But because of its limited options and unfortunate performance, it fails to hold up to PC standards, and is then restricted to emulating pretty old systems, for which plenty of better suited devices already exist, even from the same manufacturer. The GPD Win is a pretty solid device with solid specs, and if you fall in the very small segment of users this device tries to gather to, you will be very happy with it. And even if you don't, but you are a dedicated and patient gamer who will configure and prepare games for its usage thoughtfully, you will get very far with this device. If you think this device, despite everything, will fit your expectations, make sure to research even further beforehand. On top of that, leaks have revealed that GPD is already working on the Win successor, and it should be available around Q3 2018, so you might want to wait for that. This has been my review on the GPD Win. I hope you find it insightful, and I will see you all in the next video.